Hey guys, this is Gold Hela. A lot of you have been having troubles with your account, trying to sign up and activating your account. So whichever country you're in, this is going to be a very quick video. I'm just going to show you how you can sign up, activate your account, and then simply just go over some of the earning features that we have on Gold Hela. So once you click the sign up link, you will be brought into this page, and this is where you can input your details. And onto your username, you can enter anything, but just make sure it is simple enough for you to be able to remember. So for example, I'm going to enter this. You're going to use a simple name and make sure that you don't have spaces in between. And you can select the country that you're coming from. After your username, you can select the country that you're coming from and then enter your mobile number. After you've entered your details and you're sure they're correct, you can go ahead and click on create account. Now after creating your account, you will be brought to the activation page, and this is where you will make a payment so you can be activated and sent to the dashboard. So what you need to do is just follow these instructions from number 1 to 7. You're going to make the payment using M-Pesa. Depending on the country you're in, you'll be given options here to use. So this is an example of Kenya. Guys in Uganda are going to see something else, and in Tanzania, Malawi, Zimbabwe, you're going to see something different, but they're all going to have the same process. So once you follow these procedures and make your payment, you'll get a transaction code. Right here below this button, you can see an example of a transaction code. This beginning with Q. It's going to be different depending on where you're coming from. So what you need to do is just go to that message, copy that transaction code, something like this. Copy that transaction code, write it down somewhere, and then enter it into this place where it says enter M-Pesa code. Once you've entered the code, just click on this "I'm not a robot" and click on confirm. Immediately you click on confirm after making the payment, you'll be sent to your dashboard. So after the activation process, the next thing, you're going to log into your account. Just enter your username or your email address and then your password, then click on sign in. From there, you'll be brought to your dashboard. So this is where everyone is going to be brought on Gold Hela immediately after activating the account and logging in. From here, you can see multiple accounts here that have different balances. So depending on what you're doing, you're going to get different results. The first one here that says balance with 900 shillings is your referral earnings. So every bonus that you earn from referrals is going to show up on your balance here, and you can withdraw it if it has a minimum of 500 Kenya shillings. You can change that into your own currency, and if it's more than that, then you can as well initiate a withdrawal. Right from your menu, you can see all the multiple earning features that we have on Gold Hela. Let me just explain to you very fast so you don't miss it. You can see dashboard is where you can keep track of all your earnings, and deposit is if you need to make a deposit so that you can do something like pay for your client or spin. This is where you can go, and then pay for client. If you have downlines, people you have already invited into your team and you know their username, just make sure the username is correct and then enter the name here and click on pay. Once you click on pay, the other person will not have to pay because you'll have already paid for them. After pay for client, we have vouchers, which are the same thing as paying for client, just that you can buy it separately and give it to anyone that you would wish. And we have withdraw. This is where you can withdraw your payments if you already hit the withdrawal threshold. For example, as I've said, for Kenyans, the withdrawal limit is 500 shillings. Once you've hit 500, you can withdraw, and then depending on the other countries, it's pretty much the same. So withdraw TikTok, withdraw Trivia, withdraw games, they're all going to have that withdrawal limit of 500 shillings and above. And then we have history. Anytime you make a withdrawal, it's going to appear here. So if you've already made a withdrawal, you're going to receive the money into your number, the one that you used to register, and it's going to show up here on your withdrawal history. And then we have team. This is where your referral members will be shown. So level 1, 2, and 3 all going to be shown here. So for example, if you've already invited some people and you would wish to pay for them, you can come here to this menu. Instead of going to pay for client, just go to your team, choose any level, and you can pick anyone that you would like to pay for them, so they won't have to make the payment. And after that, we have socials. This is the reseller service, the same thing that we saw on state and agencies, where you can get to sell traffic, social media traffic to people, and then make a profit. For example, you can see reseller services sell Instagram services, Facebook, YouTube, etc. So for example, if you click on sell Instagram services, you can either buy Instagram likes, Instagram followers, and then sell them at a profit. For instance, if you can see, you can buy 100 followers at 50 shillings. Maybe you choose to sell them 100 followers at 80 shillings or 100 shillings, just so you can make a profit. So just work the same. We have many other features here, they all pretty much work the same. So you can just be creative, go on and see what you can do to make a profit. And if you're wondering or you are worried maybe this isn't true, I made a test. I'm still going to make another one right now. Right under this pin, we have claim followers, and if you're already a member on Gold Hela and you have an Instagram account, go back to your Instagram, take your username and put it here. So I already tried this. I came here to Instagram followers to claim my free 250 Instagram followers. As you can see here, I did this 2 days ago and they all came about the same time. So there's usually a time frame of 24 hours for you to get your full 250 followers, but this most of the time they usually come on instantly. So it just works the same way as the reseller services, so you don't need to worry, it's actually working, it is legitimate if that's the question. Yeah, so the next thing we have games. I haven't really tried this, but what you can do is play games with other people, participate in competitions or something, and when you win the game you get paid a certain amount of money. I haven't tried it. Aside from that, we have ads earning. What you do is, as you can see here, there's a list of advertisements and there is a price and there is views. So for example, this one that's named the Boss Magazine aisle, you can click on view advertisement and then it's going to take you to an external page. You're going to view it for a few seconds. You're going to be given the promised amount of money. So in this case, I'm not being credited anything because this is not an ad viewing day. There's several days, different days for different activities. Like you watching YouTube videos is only paid on 3 days a week, and ads earning the same thing is only paid 3 days in a week. So you need to come on the specific day so you can get paid with a specific service. On to the last two, we have TikTok and YouTube earnings. You can either go here, TikTok, click on earn, and then the same thing. There's specific days for different earning features. So you can choose to watch this, get paid a certain amount of money. For example, today it is free because it is not a payday for watching videos. Same thing applies to YouTube videos. You can click on YouTube, click on earn, and if you see it's free, that means you're not getting paid today. You need to come back the next day probably, because you only have 3 days in a week, but you can watch YouTube videos and get paid. That's pretty much what goes on here on Gold Hela, and you guys have seen for yourself. I have a team of several people who tried this and they made something about it because they chose to focus entirely on referrals. So if you know you're good at referrals and you can probably make something good out of it, then you're free to try it and possibly you can make something really good. I have an account on state and agencies where we tried to focus entirely on referrals and we tried to make some money out of it simply by focusing on referrals. So if you know you can have a strength on referrals, then this might be a good side for you to just focus on it entirely, and in the end you're going to come up with something good. So just remember, it depends with your strategy and your preference. If you know you have an audience, you can try referrals. If you don't really have an audience, maybe you can try these other earning features that only come on specific days of the week. So the preference is all yours. You have a choice. Try out what works for you. If it's good, go on. If it doesn't, try something else. Yeah, and wish you guys all the best on this platform.